hear the guide's voice?
I don't hear anything at all. It seems to only be linked to active descendants. Now, are there any other descendants who have had contact with the guide?
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We are talking about the First Descendants today. I'm going to give you my straight up honest opinion about this game. There's not much I can say that everybody has, that I can't say that already has been said. I just want to make a few things clear real quick. I love this game, but I hate it. It is a love to hate relationship. A few things. There is a lot of wait time between load screens. I do understand it is an MMO. Well, kind of. I'm going at this at free reign. I'm not really, I don't have a script written for this, so it's a little, anyways, this game was created by 3D Nexon. It was made by the same people, I do believe, that made Maple Story and stuff. Let's not get too fucked up. I've done a lot of research. I've watched a lot of videos on this game. I've done a lot of like balancing to look at myself and like look at the descendants themselves and which one would be. I'm an Ajax. I run Ajax. That's my thing. Okay. So I went into this game without holding expectations of another game. But I have drawn across many conclusions of how this game works. And the closest game I can come to that this game plays like is Warframe. And I am a fucking boss at Warframe. I'm an Excalibur main. I am Swordman. You guys have heard me talk about it on the channel before. I am Swordman. To the definition. I like the sword. Swing, swing, chop, chop, stab, stab. Anyways, I digress. My honest and true opinion of this game is it's fun, but unbalanced. In the open world, you're forced to do side missions, I would call them quests, to unlock the main area's boss. And then you do an interceptor battle. The interceptor battles are supposed to be the harder bosses, but they're the easy ones. And the overworld bosses can be easy. Now don't let me fuck this up, because I've only fought the first overworld boss, which is the main area for the fuck, I can't remember what region it was called. But I soloed that shit. I also soloed the first fucking interceptor battle. But I am stuck on Electrif. I will probably go back and squad up with some randos and allow myself to be diminished to that portion of like, well, gotta play with a squad of randos. Let's go. Let me take a step back real quick. Let's evaluate what happens in these boss battles. Okay. The mobs are unbalanced. I have more enemies than I should in an area when it's only me. And don't give me the option of creating a private match to play solo if you don't plan on balancing it. The game is beautiful, nevertheless, to look at. Some of the cutscenes can be wonky just because of the simple fact that descendants, like NPCs, their mouths don't necessarily match up with what they're saying sometimes. Sometimes they do. Sometimes it's a little laggy in the cutscenes, and it'll freeze at one frame and skip over to the next frame where they're talking. It can be confusing. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful to look at, though. Some of the model characters could be worked on, yes, of course. This game is still early. And I mean baby early. They are on fucking walking terms of, like, compared to Warframe. Warframe's on running terms. They're full sprinting. I'll be honest, let me change it a little bit. I'm excited for Warframe 1999. I don't know if anybody else is, but I am. I'm super excited for that. Anyways, I digress. The game runs okay to an extent. Like I said, some of the cutscenes can be wonky, and some other things can be worked on. Like I said, the balancing, the quietness between opening up. Yes, they've added patrols, but not enough patrols. The enemy spawn rate is kind of lacking. But where it should be lacking, it is full force. And I understand a lot of these, like, people that play video games professionally, which I am trying to get into. I'm trying to get my hands into the actual, like, this is what I do for a living. I play video games and I make videos out of them. And I give my honest opinions about video games. And I do reviews and I play video games and blah, blah, blah. The point of the matter is I have seen more people complain about this game being too easy rather than speaking about the unbalanced of it. I believe this game is easy to the point of the overworld. But when it comes to specifically, like, the commander for the first area and the first region and Commander Elskif, or whatever his name is, for the second arrow, for the Sterile Lands, their boss fights are unbalanced for the spawn rate of, when I'm in a solo match, I shouldn't have 30 enemies of one kind, 10 enemies of an upper rank, and then 6 elites walking around a boss battle arena when the boss is immune, and the only way I can take his shield down is by shooting 3 orbs that float around, and the respawn rate for the sons of bitches is just fucking stupid. If you can tell, I actually just came off of a boss battle, so I'm literally fuming about this boss. Going into this review with a semi-bad taste in my mouth currently, I love the concept of this game. We'll talk about a little bit of the building aspect, as you can see on the screen right now. I'm going through my inventory and everything. I am currently doing a voiceover on my videos that I'm giving this another take in a different way. I'm doing this video in a different way. Guns are nice to shoot. They're fun. They have a lot of different modules to them. There's a lot of modules to customize your actual playstyle of your actual Descendant. That is all smooth and nice, and they've spent a lot of time with the user interface, getting things kind of cleared up for people to play and to understand where everything is. Melee is a little clunky, just because you have to use, I play on PlayStation 4, and you have to use the dual L1 and R1 at the same time, and that's too much. I shouldn't have to worry about that. It should be one button click in the middle of a fucking battle. Like, if I'm in a boss battle, restrict my grappling hook. Or something along those lines to where it makes my buttons easier to deal with. Alright. So, anyways, let me... Fuck, now I don't even remember what I was fucking talking about. I'm sorry, I had to answer a phone call. So I had to pause my voiceover and come back to it. So, we're talking about the guns and balancing and whatnot, and yeah, this game is pretty good, but it needs work. Let me just be clear about that. It needs work. And on the scale of the Bearded Wizard scale, which is the beard scale, by the way, this totally ranks as a full length wizard beard. We are talking 100 years of growing a beard long. We are talking to the feet. Good. Out of full beard. So, like, this is a 15 out of 10 on my scale. Okay? I love third-person games. I love the third-person aspect of the video game. I love playing, like, this whole weird concept that they have going on. This is pretty cool. I like the aspect of being able to show off my character, take a couple of screenshots. That's pretty fun. Yeah. This is that boss fight I was talking about. We're gonna get into the juicy bits here. Okay. This is the unbalanced aspect. This boss battle right here, I've been working on for 3 days. The first 2 days, I wasted every retry. Every one of them. All 8 of them. Wasted. Because I could not bring down those 3 stupid fucking orbs. Because there were so many enemies. Every fucking... Let me put it in an aspect for you. This boss battle right here, if I wouldn't have quit, probably would have taken me 3 hours. It took me 20 minutes to get mad enough to just stop the game. Literally close it the fuck out. Like I said, I might squad up with some randos just so I can accomplish this and move on a little bit further. See if I can balance out my character a little bit better, do a little bit more research on the actual balancing of my, like, reactor core and my accessories beyond that, and then figuring out my modules a little bit better. But until then, the balancing for these aspects, like, the game should be able to realize that I'm solo, that there's only one person in this matchmaking game. So the game should take into consideration and nerf either the enemies or nerf the spawn rate of enemies. It seemed like every, 15 seconds, 13 seconds, I was seeing new enemies spawn. There should be no reason for the amount of enemies that spawned comparative to the amount of enemies I actually killed. I'd kill 1 and they would spawn 4 more. How is that balanced to the fact of the aspect of one person being in a matchmaking? One singular person. But this earns the right to hold its spot as a long, full-length beard growth. We're talking tummy aspect, to the toes aspect. Good. I will give I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. Just for the balancing aspect. It will come down out of the 15 just because the balancing aspect upsets me. This shouldn't be a thing. I shouldn't go into a matchmaking, a private matchmaking, and then run into the spawn rate I run into when the game can clearly recognize that it's a singular person. It tells me there's only one person going into this game, into this match. Then why does it spawn like there's a full party of 4? It doesn't make sense. And as a content creator, I will use this platform to bitch about it. I'm gonna hold off on doing a voiceover until the end of the video game, and I will tell you all right now. I'll talk to you in just a second.
Critical damage detected. Shield. Reload.
This is fucking absolute dog shit right here. Do you guys realize I am in the middle of a boss fight by myself, solo? Intercept battles aren't even this fucking hard. I have so many enemies spawned in this bitch, and it just keeps spawning. I haven't killed anyone. This is so bad. Like, how am I supposed to do something about this? I can't even shoot those fucking things. Like, what am I supposed to do? Look at them all! I'm by myself in a solo match. How is this supposed to be fair? This is unbalanced as fuck. I just wanted to leave that little note right here. So, alright guys, thank you everyone for tuning into this video. Like I said, this game is good. I recommend it. It's a 9.5 out of 10. It's a full-length beard, fully formed, recognized Grizzly Adams beard out of fully realized Grizzly Adams beard. Balancing needs to be fixed, but that's okay. If you're all new here, go ahead and click that like button. This is something new I'm trying. Don't expect many of these videos coming through to you guys, but as far as I can tell, this is just going to be this video for right now. It's a big venture doing these kind of voiceovers. It took me almost 2 days to write a fucking script. But if you're new here, go ahead and click the subscribe button, click the like button, click that bell next to the subscribe button. Make sure that you're notified when we go live, when we do a new update or new upload. I was really laxed because I was doing this week. This was the plan. This is the First Descendant. This is also the Bearded Wizard. Thank you everybody for joining me. I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.